What's up, guys? My name's Anthony, and today we're going to talk about the major factors that could drive the price of Ethereum higher in 2020 and beyond. You'll hear the latest about Ethereum 2.0, the DeFi ecosystem, Ethereum mining, and we'll kick it off with a bold Ethereum price prediction. But before we get into it, I want to acknowledge the fact that we just crossed the 3,000 subscriber milestone. This number wouldn't have been possible without your continued support, so thanks for joining me on the journey to financial freedom. And for our first-time viewers, if you're passionate about learning how to safely incorporate cryptocurrency into your overall wealth-building strategy, then this is the channel for you. Don't forget to subscribe to our channel in the bottom right corner of your screen before you leave. Let's go. First, we've got this article from the Daily Hodl talking about a crypto analyst who calls for a 4,300% increase in the Ethereum price with the Ethereum 2.0 launch on the horizon. And we are talking about none other than Bitcoin Macro, if you're familiar with him and you follow him on Twitter. And Diego asks him any predictions on ETH by end of year. And he says, not in a year, but I expect 10K in the next bull run. And he's making this prediction based off of the fact that Ethereum 2.0 is scheduled to launch. I shouldn't say scheduled, but is on pace to launch some point during 2020. And some other things I've read are saying that it's on track specifically to be released, or for phase 0 to be released in July 2020. So let's talk a little bit more about the Ethereum 2.0 hype, because that is one of the main drivers behind the excitement surrounding Ethereum right now. And if you haven't noticed it, I mean, I notice it as a crypto YouTuber when I go online and I see what types of videos people are coming out, and I go on Twitter and I go on Reddit and I see so many people talking about Ethereum right now. So what is so exciting about Ethereum 2.0? One of the main things you need to know about Ethereum 2.0 is that Ethereum will be transferred from a proof of work to a proof of stake consensus mechanism during that time. Instead of maintaining mining rigs, the block validators will be required to stake 32 Ethereum in order to stake on the network. So if you want to, just a side note, if you want to get involved in this, you will need to own 32 Ethereum. So I just did the math on that. 32 Ethereum at $220 per ETH is a grand total of $7,040. So if you're interested in doing that, that is, of course, a healthy investment to make. You know, while it could go sky high to prices of, let's say, $10,000, just for argument's sake, there is no guarantee with speculative investing, so just keep that in mind. But that would be the dollar amount that you would need in order to stake on the network. And if you stake on the network, you could be seeing staking rewards of 5 to 18%, meaning that you will accumulate passive income for your ETH. But I also want to read this. The network upgrade could have the early impact of increasing demand for Ethereum. And it's possible that miners and investors looking to gain 5 to 18% staking reward could be accumulating ETH in anticipation of the launch. So yeah, and I think that makes a lot of sense for anyone looking to do this. The time to buy it is now. You're certainly, if you think $7,000 is a lot of money, you're certainly not going to be interested when Ethereum hits $300, $400, or $500. So, tell me in the comment section, are you looking to stake your Ethereum? Also, do you actually own 32 or more Ethereum? For me, I only own about 6 of them, and I'm actually pretty happy with my position. I've been accumulating this one over the years. But this video isn't just about Ethereum 2.0. I also want to go over all the reasons that we could be bullish and see this price to continue rising. Another bullish signal for Ether is the growth in the number of miners. So there are actually more people mining it as well, and you can just see this number rise over time. That's the miner balances. So that's the amount of ETH that each of the miners owns. The total balance of all Ether mining pools currently stands near an all-time high of 1.69 million Ether, so $300 million worth. So the miners are savvy to what's going on. They want to make sure they position themselves well ahead of this potential increase. So you got Ethereum 2.0, you got the miners getting into it, and lastly, but not least, is you have the Ethereum Defi ecosystem. And the thumbnail of this video said 1 billion reasons to be bullish, and that was really in reference to this $1 billion milestone reached by the DeFi ecosystem. So what's that mean? It means the Ethereum community erupted into celebration on February 6th when the total value locked in the smart contracts platform top decentralized finance app crossed the $1 billion price point for the first time in history. For Ethereum to now be supporting over $1 billion worth of DeFi activity is thus legitimizing, being clear proof that its young and evolving ecosystem is already producing real value and innovation. And if we just take a look at this graph, obviously you can see it growing over time from back in October 2017. And the DeFi lending system Maker is the dominant dApp in this financial picture here, holding roughly 60% of that wealth. And the other two popular DeFi apps are called Compound and Synthetics. But will the growth of DeFi make Ethereum's native asset, Ether, more valuable? That's the question. And right here highlighted in yellow, we'll go over why this will likely be the case. So the value of stablecoin transfers conducted atop Ethereum just overtook the value of ETH transfers on Ethereum for the first time ever. This stablecoin activity, much of it centered around DeFi, generates interest in and a demand for ETH as the gas that powers transactions on the Ethereum network. So as these DeFi dApps grow, we have to keep in mind that they are growing on the Ethereum network. And in order to power the Ethereum network, you have to use gas, which is ETH. So one will help the other grow. And just for the record, we've heard a lot over the years about these different Ethereum killers, projects like Neo, like Cardano. And of course, I cover Cardano on this channel. And just for the record, if you're watching this video and you've seen my Cardano ones, yes, I'm bullish on Ethereum too. I'm also bullish on Cardano because I think the developers in that project are just taking so much care in it that when it finally does release, it could be amazing. But in the meantime, they're behind. And here are a couple facts that we need to know about that. In the here and now, Ethereum is fostering apps and levels of community engagement that's just not matched by any other blockchain project. And its lead in the rat race becomes more advantageous with each passing day. Again, this article comes from Blockonomy, and I will put a link to it in the description as well as the other article I covered today. But let me know in the comments section below, do you think Ethereum will be the long-term winner as far as smart contract platforms? Or do you think some of its competitors, like some of the projects I mentioned before, like EOS, of course, they have EOS Voice coming out, which could be a big social media disruptor as well. Do you think some of these other projects have a chance at all at dethroning Ethereum, or do you see Ethereum as the clear winner? For me, I'll let you know just in the spirit of transparency. My third largest holding is Ethereum, and I plan to keep it that way. I'm definitely going for the ride, pun intended, with this cryptocurrency. Thanks again for all your support throughout the last couple months. I mean, when this channel started out, I started from zero, and I was asking people to subscribe. I don't want to say I was begging, but I just remember I would get excited about getting 1 or 2, or if I got 3 subscribers in a day, it was a big deal for me. And it was a serious grind starting from zero, as anyone else watching with the YouTube channel can understand. So, and I just want to thank you guys again. Do me a favor and like this video if you found value in the content today. Also, make sure to subscribe to the channel and join the community. As always, I want you to have a great day and enjoy the ride. Understand that this market's going to have crazy ups and crazy downs, but long term, blockchain is the new internet, but we really do just have to be patient at the end of the day. Take care.